Breaking right now, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry lied. Not for the first time, but this time publicly, in terms of Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party.
Know that all of the psychics that we have met with and that we're obsessed with are all full of but they all collectively, maybe 4 of them, have told me I was going to pass the bar. So they're all full pathological liars. Don't believe anything they say.
When the Kardashians end up looking more honest than actual royalty, something is seriously off. And that's exactly where this whole situation lands, front and center, with no filter. Kim and Khloe Kardashian just laid it all out about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry on a podcast, and the fallout is wild. This isn't about one random party photo, it's about a long trail of stories that keep falling apart. This isn't some harmless mix-up either. If someone will bend the truth over something as small as a birthday party, it raises a loud question. What else are they hiding?
They were trying to throw the Kardashians under the bus, which is incredibly stupid. They're some of the most powerful people in Hollywood.
Because for someone to be able to lie so constantly, so consistently, P. Diner, about the small things, it shows you how this is just part of her narrative.
So let's slow down and walk through what really happened, because the details here matter. November 10th, Kris Jenner's 70th birthday blowout at Jeff Bezos' mansion in Beverly Hills. Harry and Meghan show up, and no, they didn't sneak in quietly through a side door. They walked straight through the front entrance, cameras flashing everywhere, photographers lined up. Meghan is smiling wide, clearly enjoying the moment. Inside the party, they posed with the Kardashians. Professional photos, clean lighting, multiple angles. Everyone looks relaxed, happy, and fully aware that cameras are rolling.
We're told a rep for the couple allegedly asked Jenner and Kim to remove the pics they shared of the royals in the Instagram dumps from the party.
You don't want to look frivolous. It's just about optics. And with Harry being so closely tied to the military, making that a huge, enormous part of his platform, with the Invictus Games and everything, it was sheer stupidity to go.
The Kardashians post the photos to Instagram, and then less than an hour later, they disappear. Deleted, gone, like they were never there. That's when Harry and Meghan's team jumps into action. The story goes, "We never gave permission. There was a consent form. We checked the box saying no photos." The Kardashians posted anyway. And then the final layer. Tomorrow is Remembrance Day, and we shouldn't be seen partying when we're supposed to be honoring fallen soldiers.
Meghan and Harry have been busted, lying, giving a false narrative around the Kardashian and the photo removal.
They were partying. Before the party hopping, they were. And I like actually that Khloe called that out. They were at baby to baby. Like that wasn't, they're not doing damage control for Meghan and Harry. No, they're saying what happened. And Khloe just shot it out too. Yeah, they were party hopping.
On the surface, that story sounds polished and almost respectful, but there's one massive problem that blows it apart. Harry walked into that party wearing a poppy on his jacket. Let that sink in for a second. The poppy is the symbol of Remembrance Day, pinned right on his lapel while he's smiling for the cameras. You don't forget what day it is when you're literally wearing the symbol of it? That's not confusion. That's contradiction. It's like wearing a wedding ring and saying you didn't know you were married. It doesn't make sense, and the cameras don't lie. And this matters even more because Harry has built his entire post-royal life around veterans. His military service, the Invictus Games, his public connection to servicemen and women.
So what I will say is confirmation of what I suggested last week, that Meghan was also a crasher to that party. And so I think Meghan was secretly happy the pictures are out there. I mean, we've known for a long time, Lady C, she has actually been desperate to be photographed with the Kardashians.
Oh my gosh, how horrible. Once again, Harry and Meghan are confused. They don't know what they want. They want to be included at parties like this and go to parties like this, but they don't want the pictures out?
And we're supposed to believe that Remembrance Sunday, one of the most important days on the military calendar, just slipped his mind. A day he observed every single year as a working royal, now supposedly forgotten. The poppy is right there in the photos. This isn't rumor or gossip, it's visual proof, and it only gets more complicated from here. Kim and Khloe went on Khloe's podcast and without drama, calmly tore the story apart. Kim starts smooth and diplomatic. She says, Mom and Meghan have been friends for some years now and they have a really sweet relationship. Catch the wording? Not we're all friends, not our close circle, just Mom and Meghan.
I actually think, P. Dinah, this is going to be one of the more devastating examples proving Harry and Meghan's compulsive life.
She's going to be someone who is very resentful for being back. And, you know, Harry may get her back temporarily, but she's going to be very resentful and do things that are going to cause problems for the royal.
Soft shade, served clean. Then Kim drops the key detail. They don't post without permission. She says, "We're very respectful. That's just not who we are." And then the big line, "We were told it was totally cool to post." Translation? They asked. Permission was given. And yes, they have the receipts. And that consent form Harry and Meghan claimed existed? Kim makes it crystal clear there was no form. They had gone through the photos together, and Harry and Meghan approved which ones could be posted. But after the photos went up and backlash started rolling in from the UK, suddenly it was, "Take them down. We never said yes."
As absurd as ever. Meghan Markle. Yeah. She showed up at the Kris Jenner 70th birthday bash with Harry and got her picture taken. And I'm just going to be honest, she didn't look good in either.
Khloe laughs and adds that they have some of the craziest, funniest photos from that night. But the ones they posted were the dignified ones. That says a lot. They could have shared pictures that would have made Harry and Meghan look even worse, but they chose not to. That restraint actually comes across as classy. Then Kim reveals an idea she had for Meghan. Why not make this funny? She suggested Meghan come over, they'd take photos in Skims, post them, and then Kim would later jokingly say, "Sorry, didn't have permission," and delete them. It was a chance to turn the situation into a joke and take control of the narrative. Meghan declined. That moment says everything. Kim, who built her empire on authenticity and laughing at herself, offered a way to diffuse the situation.
Oh, there are cameras here? Oh my God, we showed up to an event of the Kardashians and there's cameras? No! What on earth? How dare you take our picture?
Meghan didn't take it. Everything has to be controlled and curated perfectly for her, and she can't easily admit when things go wrong. The Kardashians understand the social media game. They roll with punches, make fun of themselves, and are honest about what they are. They turned reality TV into a billion-dollar brand, and they don't pretend to be something they're not. Looking at what really happened at the party, it had nothing to do with Remembrance Day. Look at the photos closely. Meghan's outfit was unflattering, her posture awkward, and she looks out of place next to Kim and the other guests. Harry was even caught on camera staring at Kris Jenner in a way that didn't age well.
What Harry and Meghan thought was going to be an excellent idea has backfired in the biggest way and ended up being a huge mess. I mean, go figure. Pretty much everything Harry and Meghan try to do turns into a big fat mess.
The photos were pulled not because of any noble reason, but because they looked bad and the optics were terrible. They went to the party knowing the day and the cameras, and only panicked when they saw the photos, and the British press started criticizing them for partying the night before Remembrance Sunday. This reportedly led to their PR person resigning right after the incident. Managing clients who create public disasters, ignore advice, and lie to the press is impossible, especially when they turn down clever solutions like Kim's idea because they can't laugh at themselves. And this party moment matters beyond just one night. It's part of a larger pattern. Remember the Oprah interview?
They're basically saying, in my opinion, Harry and Meghan are liars. They were lying when they said we didn't have permission or we did it without their consent.
There were 17 documented inaccuracies, including the claim that they were married 3 days before the wedding in a secret backyard ceremony. Even the Archbishop of Canterbury confirmed that was false. And take the claim that Archie was denied a title because of his race. That wasn't true. It was simply protocol. There was nothing racial about it. Then there was the claim that someone in the royal family made comments about Archie's skin color. Harry later clarified that Meghan never actually said that. Or look at the court situation, where Meghan had to admit she misrepresented some facts.
That is a manipulation of the truth, because if there are no consent forms for any guests, then that's just Harry and Meghan saying, well, we didn't explicitly give permission. We didn't sign anything that said we were allowed to be photographed.
She had authorized friends to talk to the press about the letter to her father, but then she testified she hadn't committed perjury and still won the case. She has also made contradictory claims about her father, while her father, Thomas Markle, has made claims about her sister. There was the time she said she didn't really know who the royal family was, but before meeting Harry, she had Princess Diana posters in her dorm room. Then there's the Pat Tillman Award, which his mother publicly said Harry didn't deserve. Instead of stepping back, he accepted it anyway. And at the memorial for the Valdi shooting, Meghan showed up with a photographer to document herself mourning. Every relationship seems to have suffered.
You can't tell me that the doofus didn't know when Remembrance Sunday was, and that Meghan didn't know when Remembrance Sunday was, and that they walked into the party with a poppy on Harry's lapel, completely and utterly ignorant, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh yeah, it's Remembrance Sunday tomorrow, isn't it? As Harry is literally wearing a poppy walking.
Bridges were burned with Thomas Markle, her sister Samantha, old friends, Jessica Mulroney, the royal family, the British public, and now the Kardashians have added themselves to the list. So when someone lies about something as small as a birthday party, about whether they gave permission for photos, or claims they forgot what day it was while wearing a poppy, it makes you question everything else. If they can lie about small stuff, why would anyone trust them on the big issues, like the discrimination allegations or claims about mental health struggles? What makes this situation even more revealing is how Meghan approached Hollywood. She thought befriending Kris Jenner would give her a fast track into the elite circle.
So a veteran doesn't remember Remembrance Sunday? You know, when he and his wife did a whole photo shoot in a U.S. cemetery?
It was only once there was backlash from the United Kingdom over the fact that these pictures went out at exactly the same time as the Remembrance Sunday service in the United Kingdom that Prince Harry and Meghan demanded a takedown.
But Kim made it clear, Meghan is friends with her mom, not with them. Kris may still be polite, but Kim and Khloe see through the pattern. Meghan tends to target older, wealthy, powerful women and try to use them as stepping stones. Oprah, Tyler Perry, the Gettys, Kris Jenner. But women her own age, including Kim and Khloe's daughters, want nothing to do with her. Even Beyoncé has remained silent. Let's also be clear, Meghan was never really part of Hollywood. She had a supporting role on a Canadian cable show. That isn't Hollywood. Real Hollywood is people like Kim Kardashian, who took controversy and turned it into a billion-dollar empire.
And that gives you a recipe for disaster because royalty and celebrity don't mix like this when it comes to trying to create a brand.
You don't want to look frivolous. It's just about optics. And with Harry being so closely tied to the military, making that a huge, enormous part of his platform with the Invictus Games and everything, it was sheer stupidity to go.
Real Hollywood understands how the game works. In 2025, Meghan is still operating like it's 2010, when controlling your image through traditional PR and paparazzi was enough. She doesn't understand social media. She doesn't understand authenticity. And she doesn't understand that modern audiences can spot fake from a mile away. Look at the Valentine's Day photo she released for her American Riviera Orchard brand. It's unusual. She's in black and white, hiding behind a menu, wearing a hat and sunglasses like she's on some kind of secret mission. And it has nothing to do with Valentine's Day.
But this is total shade they're throwing
into something.
It was just made it.
And Kim revealing that she wanted to turn it into a big parody says it all to me. I'm sorry, but it does.
Where Kim Kardashian and Khloe make clear quite a few important things. Number one, they are not friends with Ms. Markle at all. The friendship is between Meghan and their mother.
But the party controversy isn't just about optics or bad photos. It's about how Meghan and Harry handle accountability. The Kardashians, who built a brand on transparency and owning mistakes, contrasted sharply with how this couple reacts. When things go wrong, they pivot, deflect, or deny. Small incidents like the birthday party become litmus tests for bigger patterns. Kim even mentioned that the Kardashians are always careful about what they post. They don't rush into sharing private moments without approval, and when they do, they make sure it's mutual.
She targets the people that can do something for her. And so Kim makes it very clear that the friendship that Meghan has is with her mother and not with Kim.
But the bigger thing is that they were seriously busted lying about saying they filled out some form, which they didn't. There was no form. They discussed the photos. They had regret.
That's why Meghan and Harry's claims about the photos don't add up. They approved the images, only complained once the reactions didn't fit their narrative. That's not a misunderstanding. That's strategy, and it says a lot about control. Then there's the social media angle. The Kardashians understand the modern audience. They know how authenticity works online. They share, they joke, they admit flaws, and their followers respect that. Meghan and Harry, however, still seem to approach things like old-school PR, carefully scripted messages, controlled leaks, and curated appearances. Today's audience can spot that from a mile away, and it often backfires. The irony is that the Kardashians even tried to help. Kim suggested ways to turn the situation into a joke, a clever way to take control and soften the fallout. Meghan declined. She passed up a chance to show relatability or humor, and in doing so, reinforced a reputation for being overly curated, serious, and untouchable.
I just can't, like, it's hard to fathom this level of dumb. Like, it really is. On the international stage, making these series of obvious errors constantly.
That they didn't check the consent form, but there was no consent form. There was no consent form. We know they came out later.
It's not just the birthday party. Look at other incidents where missteps turned into public criticism. Every decision seems to come with a media risk, and instead of addressing it transparently, they push narratives that don't hold up under scrutiny. That pattern shows a disconnect between perception and reality. People notice when a public figure's actions don't align with their statements, and it erodes trust over time. Ultimately, this isn't just gossip, it's a case study in contrasting approaches to fame and influence. The Kardashians, despite controversies, remain connected to their audience because they are open, responsive, and willing to be human. Harry and Meghan, for all their fame and intention, still struggle to navigate that balance.
There's some very undignified pictures of those two that we did not post, by the way. And you got to think, they have all the pictures.
We have the craziest, funnest photos from that night, you know, but we
It almost sounds like a threat. We have the craziest, funnest photos, but we're not going to post them all because, we're professional.
Misjudgments on small matters, like a single set of photos, have a ripple effect, and audiences are increasingly savvy. They see the inconsistencies, and that's why the birthday party matters. It's a small story, but it reflects larger truths about control, authenticity, and how public figures manage both. In today's world, honesty, humor, and self-awareness are powerful tools. Without them, even high-profile individuals can find themselves losing credibility fast. Then there's the American Riviera Orchard brand, the Valentine's Day campaign, and even the jam she's supposedly selling. There's no connection, no clear brand identity, and no sense of authenticity. It's all surface-level, smoke and mirrors presentation, and people are noticing. The audience has grown tired of the disconnect. Meanwhile, back in the UK, Prince William is watching all of this closely. He recently hired Lisa Ravenscroft, a top crisis PR expert, as his new head of press. That's not a coincidence. He knows something is coming. Because Harry wants back in. He's unhappy in California.
That would have been hilarious. That would have been poking fun at yourself. But guess what? Meghan Markle doesn't know an opportunity when it hits her in the face.
I was like, we should do a full Skims campaign. Take the photo, even just us. Like, I'll shoot you at mom, post it, and then delete it like 30 minutes later. And then I say, oh, sorry, I didn't have permission to post those photos for the campaign.
He has few friends besides Nacho Figueres. Money isn't flowing the way he expected. He barely leaves the house, and the Invictus Games are returning to the UK in July, which means Meghan will be there too. William knows what everyone else knows. Meghan will bring drama. She always does. Headlines will follow, and she will attempt to overshadow whatever the working royals are doing. Charles may be extending olive branches, trying to make peace, but William sees a real threat. He's quoted saying he has no choice but to protect the crown and his family. The situation highlights the fundamental clash of goals. Harry wants to return home to the UK. Meghan wants Hollywood fame. Those two paths don't align. You can't be a working royal in London and a celebrity influencer in Los Angeles at the same time. They tried, and it failed spectacularly. Meanwhile, Catherine continues doing real royal work. She showed up at a rugby club in terrible weather, playing with family in the rain, her hair braided and soaked, smiling and interacting naturally. The photos appeared on every front page the next day. That's what real royalty looks like, showing up, being present, and doing the work. Not orchestrated photo shoots or staged, candid moments, just genuine engagement. Then the Kardashians did something the royal family cannot do because of protocol. They told the truth publicly. They called out inconsistencies without being harsh, which makes the contrast even sharper. You can't claim to champion veterans while partying the night before Remembrance Sunday. You can't demand privacy while posing for professional photographs. And when you lose a PR battle to the Kardashians, when Kim and Khloe come across as more honest, it's impossible to recover. This isn't just about deleted Instagram photos, it's evidence of a pattern. It confirms what has been clear for years. Meghan Markle, Hollywood dreamer, faltered at a single birthday party. She approved the photos, misrepresented events, and could not maintain consistency. The photos exposed it all. Her brand, her image, her narrative, everything unraveled in a few clicks. The lesson is simple. Authenticity and accountability matter. And when the truth comes out, it's impossible to stage manage it. If you watch this and have thoughts, drop them in the comments below. If this breakdown made you see things differently, hit subscribe and stay locked in for more deep dives like this. Don't forget to like the video and share it with someone who needs to see it.